Jennies, welcome back. It's me, Jenny. How is everyone doing today? Okay, my loves, we're going to continue with the Dia de los Muertos tutorial. So I already showed you guys how to create these fabulous, adorable Dia de los Muertos inspired witch hats. I love these witch hats. I think they turned out so freaking adorable. If you have not seen the video on how to create these, I'm going to link it at the bottom of this tutorial. So stop this tutorial because it makes no sense for you to watch it. First watch video number 1, which is creating these. The link is at the bottom, and then come back to me. So for those of you who already know how to create these, we're going to create some awesome embellishment. Now you can use these as banners, you can use them as embellishments, you can use them as decoration, wall art, whatever you want to use them, you can. I'm going to technically call them banners because that's in my mind how I think I'm going to probably use them, but it doesn't necessarily have to be banners, okay? So here we go. This is what we're going to create. You see these beauties right here? These gorgeousness right here? That is what we're going to create. Aren't these adorable? Love them, right? So sexy. Okay, what we're going to do. How do we create this? So simple. Okay, we already have our witch hat ready to go, right? Good. Now, we need to get some coffee filters. These are coffee filters, regular ones. You can go to the dollar store, you can get them there. You can get them wherever you can find coffee, anywhere. The market, the drugstore, anywhere. Go to your cabinets. I'm sure if you make coffee, if you have coffee filters, go right ahead and get them, okay? You're going to use 2 coffee filters for this particular embellishment, okay? And what we're going to do with our coffee filters is the same thing we do with our cupcake liners. Fold them in half, squish them in the center, open it up, and bam. You have yourself a nice little layer of gorgeousness to work with, okay? Let's do the same thing with the second one. Why do you need 2 cupcake? Well, these are not cupcake liners. These are coffee filters. Because the first one is going to be the one where you're going to add your decoration. The second one is going to be the one where you're going to hang your decorations from, okay? So that's the reason why. And if you don't hang them because maybe you're not going to use them as banners, then it just gives you a little bit of more stability and more of a good place to hold some weight. Okay, the first thing I did with my filters, which is what I did with these here, is I distressed them a little bit. I did not go crazy. As you can see there, they're not really distressed that perfectly well. And I just literally went around it, okay? So I distressed it very little with these amazing inks that I am obsessed with. I talk about these inks in all my videos. So I'm going to use the orange one. And I'm going to use a sponge. And I'm going to distress one of the coffee filters, okay? And I'm basically just going to go like this. I'm not even going to do anything perfectly well. Everything is just going to go in how basically the sponge wants it to go. I am not going crazy making this perfect. However, if you're one of those people that like your projects to be a specific way and you want these to look really, really nicely drenched in this ink, then go ahead and do so, okay? Make this project yours. So whatever calls your beautiful heart to do, then you do it, okay? All right, my heart is telling me to stop right there. Okay, so now that I have my distressed edges on my coffee filter, okay, I'm going to hot glue this to the other one, okay? The ones that we distress are the ones that you want on top, okay? Now, you want to make a nice little layer just like this, okay? You want this to peek out from the top a little bit because this is going gonna be what's gonna hold your embellishment if you need to clip it onto something, okay? So I'm gonna add some hot glue, generous amount of hot glue, okay? And I'm going to add this right in the center of the coffee filter. Be very careful because you could burn yourself, okay? So if you are underage, please have somebody help you that's an older person and know what they're doing with the glue, the hot glue. Okay, there you go. See that? And that is gonna do is once it dries up, it's gonna give you this little nice little layer back here where you can hang things if you need to, okay? That's what we're doing with that. Perfect. We're done with our little gigantic coffee filter. Let's dress up our beautiful skeleton. So the skeleton that I am using for this project is the one that I got at the Dollar Tree. You guys remember my Dollar Tree haul video? Then you probably will remember that I bought 2 of these awesome little signs from the Dollar Tree. All I did was I basically tear them apart. I cut the backing off these, like the little string that's holding the wood veneers. I cut them, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're going to use the skeleton, okay? So where is my skeleton? Here it is. So we're going to use this one right here, okay? And look at the hat. But don't, I have a project, okay? I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. What is Jenny gonna do with these hats? I got you. I got you. You'll see in a few videos. You'll see. Okay, let's work on the skeleton. What are we gonna do with the skeleton? We're going to glue down our magnificent little hat that we created. Okay, and we're going to glue this hat onto the skeleton. Generous amount of glue. You don't want your hat to fall anywhere, right? Uh-oh. Didn't I just put glue, hot glue on this? Did it fall? That makes no sense. Okay. Generous amount of glue. Okay. And then you're going to add this right over your skeleton. Okay. And then, see that? You're going to get something like this. Let's do a little collar for the skeleton, okay? I'm obsessed with making collars. I don't know why, but I'm starting to make collars for everything, if you noticed. Okay, so how I make my collars with my cupcake liners, you guys probably already know this. I get my cupcake liners and I just cut the center and then I trim and then I cut the edges off, okay? So I'm gonna I have here this one that I already started. I'm just gonna cut this off right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this little piece as the maybe here to add, see, to add like a little collar to my little skeleton, okay? So I'm going to add some hot glue right here, and I'm gonna play around with this collar because the collar is actually bigger than my skeleton. So I'm going to lay it right there in the center, and then I'm going to kind of squish it in the back like that. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to kind of squish it in the back like that. Just play around with it. Okay. Yep. And that's what you're going to get. See that? I love that. Okay. Beautiful. The next thing we're going to do is simple. Hot glue down your beautiful little embellishment to your coffee filter. That's all. That's all, my loves. Generous amount of glue. Generous. Don't be cheap now. Don't be cheap. And you're going to add this right in the center of your coffee filter. Okay? Now, if you want to use this as an embellishment, you can very simply just add maybe like I don't know, let's see. You could probably add a straw to this on the back and make that a gigantic embellishment. That looks awesome. You can also add some tongue depressors if you want. That also would work perfectly fine if you like. All right. You can use these as banners, which is what I think I'm going to do. And what I'm simply going to do is basically just add a string or twine and hang it from the back of the coffee filter with some clothespins, and that would absolutely make it work. Okay, you can also add these as centerpieces if you want. Okay, I love it. I think it's beautiful. I think it turned out awesome. It turned out amazing. And you can also, if you want, just add them directly to the wall. Okay, add them like a little artwork. You can probably add a little string down here, right, and just add them as a little artwork to the wall. Maybe I'll do that. That sounds like a better idea. I think I'll do that. All right, babies, and that is how you create these really gigantic, amazing, awesome little embellishments. I hope you guys enjoy watching me make this video. Stay tuned for the next video. I hope that you guys are enjoying this new video that it's all about the Day of the Dead. And let me know what you guys think. Okay? Love you. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you soon, babies.